Issue is on tour all week in neighborhoods across Nashville, and speakeasies may be a hot trend in Music City, but their roots trace back decades into Tennessee's past of Prohibition.
Yeah, lots of fun with this story. I had the chance to speak with a history buff and those behind the bar about how that era is being preserved today. The Fox in East Nashville takes you back in time. That is, once you find the door.
I think the first thing you're going to notice is that we were kind of tricky to find.
It's one of the neighborhood's original cocktail bars. Bartenders tell me this intimate space seats just 40 people. That's about the smallest footprint you could find, with a tight-knit staff.
Pretty much where we are, we're in a basement, essentially. Very similar to speakeasies of old that would have been in places that were a little more clandestine or out of the prying eye.
With hundreds of bottles of liquor from all over the world and an exotic cocktail menu, word of the Fox travels fast, although this talk of the town is more like a whisper.
A lot of our regulars will tell me that they do still speak easy of us, and they only tell certain people about this bar.
It's just one of dozens of speakeasy-style bars spread across Music City.
There's a little stage, there's a piano, and the bar's off into the distance.
An ode to the Prohibition-era history, Nashville historian David Ewing tells me sets Tennessee apart.
Tennessee was the first state to pass statewide prohibition in 1909. So 11 years before the federal government did away with the sale and manufacture of alcohol, Tennessee did. And that caused a controversy at first.
He says in Nashville, the crackdown really came in 1915, when the mayor who didn't enforce prohibition was kicked out. He describes it like a cat and mouse game between police, bar owners, and whiskey makers.
While you could not technically sell alcohol, they created locker clubs where you could kind of bring your own and you have your bottle stored in a locker.
Then, when prohibition was repealed in 1934, Congress gave the power to write alcohol laws back to the states. So Tennessee put wine and beer back up for sale, but not liquor.
Legally, you could not have a mixed drink in Nashville at a bar or restaurant until 1967.
He says the city's growth stalled, with no one investing in places that couldn't sell mixed drinks. But letting liquor flow in the 70s and 80s led Nashville's nightlife to what it is today.
But I guess it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, don't touch the cookie jar. You want to touch the cookie jar.
It's a time in Nashville bartenders at the Fox can hardly imagine. But they keep that speakeasy spirit alive in every sip.
The way that I embrace that Prohibition-style history and that legacy is by making people feel special when they're here. That's the most important part of service for me.
So guys, when you think about the entertainment district that we have here in Nashville, to think Tennessee was the first state to pass this type of laws, it's really crazy. So interesting to talk to the bartenders about how they're kind of keeping that alive today.
Very cool, and to hear that history and to talk about East Nashville. It's very East Nashville and Music City story, so I love it.